Hello shooters, today's episode of Tie Iron Goes to School is cleaning a new gun. Do you do you need to clean a new gun? No, you don't, because when you buy a gun it's probably going to be the cleanest it will ever be, unless you're a serious clean freak and take the whole gun down and clean every part. I don't do that. Why do I clean new guns? The reason I clean new guns is because the goals of the gun manufacturer, my goals, don't necessarily line up. The manufacturer, when he's making the firearm, he wants the firearm. They don't know how long it's going to sit on a shelf. They hope not very long, but they don't know how long it's going to sit on a shelf. So primarily, they're going to guard against corrosion. That's not my primary goal. My primary goal is lubrication. Of course, I don't want my gun to rust or anything, but my primary goal is to have the gun work every time, all the time. So what I do when I buy a new gun is I clean it, and then I lubricate it the way I want to lubricate it. Then I know that it's good to go. Then I start shooting it, and I do clean it periodically after that. But I know my guns are never going to be as clean as the day I bought them. So I've got a couple of brand new guns. One of them is mine, and another one is a buddy of mine. Just a couple days ago, he bought a gun, and has allowed me to. So we're gonna do a Smith & Wesson M&P9, and we're gonna do a Jonic TP9SF. I'll show you how I clean those and lubricate them, and that'll be what this video is about. Thank you for watching, and let's get to the cleaning. Okay, here's the tool. This is what I'm going to use. Q-tips, non-chlorinated brake parts cleaner. Non-chlorinated is important to get non-chlorinated. If you get the chlorinated, it may eat plastic. So since we're going to be doing a couple plastic guns here, we need to be aware of that. 9mm bore snake, and whatever lube you use. I like Rand CLP. It's kind of thick. It's thicker than a lot of oils that you'll find, but it's not as thick as a grease. So for me, it's a happy medium. It stays put, which I like, and it does a good job of lubrication, and it does what I need. But there's a bajillion different things on the market that you can use. You know, literally millions almost that you can use to lubricate your firearm. I use Rand CLP. So I'm going to kind of clear these off a little bit and bring the handguns out. So here's our two brand new in the box firearms, Smith & Wesson M&P9 and Jonic TP9SF. So I'm gonna take them out of the box and put the boxes away. Okay, shooters, I've also got a small section of rag here, and I've got my pointer. First thing we always do is make sure that we're got an empty chamber. Then with a Smith & Wesson M&P, you can either do that little doohickey there, or I just take it off, kind of like a Glock. Yeah, these are you know, cleaning a brand new gun is real easy, much easier than cleaning a dirty gun. So here we've got the slides off them. You can see the insides of these are pristine. So what I do is I'll just get some Q-tips and just wipe away whatever oil the factory put in, which is not much, but it's real light. It's usually really light oil, and I don't like really light oils. They run off easy. They go to places where I don't want the oil, and then it's gone from the places where I do want the oil. Now Smith & Wesson does fire the guns at least once, so you can have that empty case for some state that has that stupid law. But anyhow, I just take a Q-tip. This is basically how I clean a dirty gun too, but this is just a lot faster and easier because it's clean. Okay. I didn't need to use the brake cleaner because these guns weren't heavily oiled at all. They're just a little teeny light bit of oil. It almost looked like somebody just kind of sprayed a little bit of oil in the TP9, but not close, from far away, kind of just spit it in there. The Smith had a more even light bit of oil, but neither one of them were heavily oiled. When I got my VP9, my HK VP9, it had almost like a Vaseline inside the slide here, and so I shot all that out of there with non-chlorinated brake cleaner, but I don't need to do that with this. With these brand new barrels, I just run the snake down them once just to get whatever residual oil or something may be in there. And like the Smith here, it was shot at the factory once. Okay, now let's start putting these puppies back together. Take our Rand CLP, and I just put a drop here on the hood. You see how that's kind of thick? It doesn't run real fast. I like that. I want to get some on the hood here. So I just use my fingers. Now if I'm doing some deep cleaning, I'll actually wear gloves to keep my hands from getting completely black. But since these are already clean, there's no reason to do that. You can still if you want to, but I just choose not to. Okay, you see how you just kind of a sheen on there? That's all I'm going to do on the whole guns, and then I'll show you exactly what I do for lubrication. This is just for protection. Then I'll show you what I do for lube. I'm going to put that light bit of oil on all the metal parts. Okay, now for lubrication, I just put a little teeny bit here on the barrel hood, just a smidgen there. Maybe just touch that face of it too, and just a smidgen on those surfaces there. And I put just a smidgen on the front of the barrel there, where it gets a little bit bigger, where it's going to interface with the front of the slide. And I'll put this in the slide, and I'll put the recoil spring in. Okay, then I pick up this part of the frame, and I'll put a drop on each of the lugs. Just a not a big drop, a little teeny drop on each of the lugs, and that's it. That's all you need for lubrication. Function check, good to go. Just a drop on the hood, the lug there, and the hood. Put a drop out here on the end. Get it around a little bit. Put it in the gun. Recoil spring in. And a little teeny drop on each of the four. Whoops, that's a little bit too much there. See how that Rand just kind of stays put? Instead of running all over the place? I like this Rand CLP for that reason. Put on the gun. Function check. Good to go. Now these puppies are ready to take out to the range and shoot. So anyhow, Pretty simple. When you clean them when they're dirty, not much difference, just it takes a lot longer. But I get all the crud off. Make sure I got a nice light coat of oil everywhere else. And then a little teeny bit on the lugs, on the part that metal goes against metal. And we're good to go. Thanks for watching. Hope this helps you. And until next time, have a great day.